and easiest topic of modern physics, that is de Broglie hypothesis. So in dual nature of radiation, what we say that there is two types of nature, radiation and wave nature. So dual nature of radiation and matter. So according to him, every object having some mass, if it is moving with some velocity, it is associated with some wave having wavelength lambda something. And he said that lambda is inversely proportional to linear momentum, and the proportionality constant is h, lambda equal to h by p. So that here you can write h by mv, or here kinetic energy equal to half mv square equal to p square by 2m. Then p you can write it as under root 2mk. Then the wavelength will become h by under root 2mk. Or the kinetic energy for a charge accelerated through a potential difference. The charge is accelerated through some potential difference. Then the kinetic energy is work done equal to charge into potential difference. So here h by under root 2m qv. Or for a thermal neutron, kinetic energy is 3 by 2 kT. So lambda will become h by root 3m kT, where k is Boltzmann constant. So here lambda is h by p, or h by mv, or h by root 2mk, or h by root 2m qv, or h by root 3m kt. So if you remember this thing, then you can solve the questions. Now sometimes they will ask the questions in this way. One is directly based on these formulas you can substitute, but you have to think whether it is thermal neutron or accelerated charge or any moving particle. Depending on that, you have to choose the formula wisely. And sometimes they will ask usually between proton and electron, like lambda equal to h by under root 2m ev, because both have same charge but mass is different. So that here you can calculate this value, like h is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 under root 2 into mass is mass of first electron 9 into 10 power minus 31, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into v. And apart from this, sometimes they will ask you like lambda equal to suppose h by mv or h by p, then h by root 2mk. So lambda square is proportional to 1 by k. So kinetic energy got increased or decreased by some percentage. Then what is the corresponding percentage change in de Broglie wavelength? Like that also they will ask the questions. So one simple topic just purely based on the formula, and you just have to substitute the formula values, then you will get it everything. Let us discuss the few simple and one logical type of questions based on whatever formulas we have taken related to de Broglie wavelength. Like the first question is, a particle of mass m and charge q accelerated by a potential difference of 50 volt. Another particle b of mass 4m and charge q accelerated through a potential difference of 2500 volt. Find the ratio of de Broglie wavelength. So here charge accelerated. So in case of charge accelerated, what is the wavelength? De Broglie wavelength formula h by root of 2m qv. This is what we have taken already. Now H value we don't have to substitute here because ratio they are asking. So in ratio it will get cancelled. So H is a constant and 2 is constant and masses are different, m and 4m. So mass is not same for both of them. Charge is q, one is q and another one is also q. So charge is same for both of them, but potential is not same. Then you can take the relation like lambda is proportional to under root mv. Then lambda a by lambda b will become under root va by vb times ma by mb. Now under root va, what is the potential? 50. vb, what is the potential? 2500. ma, the mass is m and inversely proportional, sorry. So vb by va and mb by ma. So it will come reverse, 2500 by 50 and this is mb is 4m, ma is m, mm cancel, 0 0, 5 5s are 0. So this is root 50 times 4. Root 4 is 2. Root 50 you can write it as 25 2s are. 25 root means 5 root 2. So 10 root 2. So approximately 14 because this is 1.414. So what is the approximate ratio? 14. So this way they can ask related to de Broglie wavelength like a charge accelerated through potential difference, or a particle is moving with some linear momentum, or moving with some velocity, or moving with some kinetic energy, or sometimes they can also ask about the thermal neutron. So depending upon the given question, first you have to choose the formula, then you have to go for the calculation. Similarly, if you consider the second question, two particles move at right angles to each other. Their de Broglie wavelengths are lambda 1 and lambda 2. They suffer perfectly inelastic. Find lambda for final particle C. They tried to combine collisions with de Broglie wavelength. So first, inelastic collision means what? Perfectly inelastic means what? After collision they combine each other or they stick to each other and they move as one single particle. Now if you take the individual linear momentum, that is P equal to H by lambda, first one lambda 1, and if you take vector form I cap, and P2 will become H by lambda 2 J cap because they are moving in right angles, like one is X, one is Y. That's why I have taken I cap, J cap. Then the resultant means they combine now. The resultant linear momentum, if you consider P bar, then P bar must be equal to P1 bar plus P2 bar according to law of conservation of linear momentum. Then P square should be equal to P1 square plus P2 square because the angle between P1 and P2 is how much? 90 degrees. So here, so P square, P is H by lambda. Let's take the resultant wavelength for the combined is lambda, means P will become H by lambda whole square equal to H by lambda 1 whole square plus H by lambda 2 whole square. So H square by lambda square equal to H square by lambda 1 square plus H square by lambda 2 square. H square cancel. So 1 by lambda square equal to 1 by lambda 1 square plus 1 by lambda 2 square. So this is how you can find the wavelength. But here this is a bit application type and this is a bit comparative type. Sometimes they may give the question directly based on formula. So anything they can give, but you have to use the basic formulas whatever we have. So you just have to manipulate or you just have to substitute and calculate depending upon the question.